Boom! Live with Nic Nasty, episode 6. Appreciate everyone tuning in. This is a special episode. As you can see, I got Travis Franklin with me, baby.
Travis Franklin with me, baby.
I'm going straight to the fucking heart of the matter. We got a new podcast we're starting, the Transparent Podcast. Boom, we have fucking mugs. It's legit. That means it's fucking legit.
SkullFace.
Oh yeah, SkullFace Records, man. Appreciate you coming in, man. We've been discussing this. It's been kind of, up in the air for the last month, and we finally got here. We're going to actually start the show next week.
I believe so. Yeah.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
See, you've been saying that everything's been falling into place for you. So is doing podcast and having a show like this. I know the horror stuff and the paranormal stuff is right down your alley, and you've been rocking in that for a long time. But what's made you want to get into doing a podcast?
Just kind of want to get ready to launch a YouTube channel, actually. So thought it would go hand in hand.
Subscribe.
Yeah, click. But yeah, just wanted to kind of thought it'd be a natural branch off to that and expand and try to get everything out there that we can.
Yeah, and it's a good way, I feel like, for people to easily be able to hear your stories. Mm-hmm. They can check it out at their, when you do a podcast, it's out there for people to check it out at their leisure. So if they're interested in the subject, they can go there. And it seems like it links up other people that are like-minded.
Yeah.
And once that starts happening, then things just start exploding.
Absolutely.
That's the big goes. I know we have recently been accepted by a local group that you've been a main part of for a while. It's called the KPRIS. Can you elaborate on what this group specifically is about?
I'm actually the founder of it, so I started.
The founder of this mother. I created this.
I made this bitch. Yeah, I founded it 2010.
Okay, 12 years. Wow. Well, man, we're going to check out a little bit of music, and we'll be right back. We're going to talk more about the Transparent Podcast. We're going to talk about places that you've actually been to do investigations. We might have some footage or something we might put out there here in a little bit, but we'll be right back with more Travis Franklin, Nic Nasty. You're watching Nic Nasty. This is episode 6. What are we going to listen to? Check this out. Let's listen to Shocker, Into the Night. This is one of the coolest videos. It's got a bunch of old horror flicks and stuff, man, on the video. Shout out to Danny Kerr. We'll be right back with more Live with Nic Nasty. What's going on, guys? We are sitting here discussing investigations around Kentucky. The KPRIS that you started, the originator, never the duplicator, baby.
One and only.
The one and only, baby. So, 12 years. What, besides what's around here, where's some places that you guys have been out and did some investigations and stuff at? And maybe, I know it'd be hard to pick out your most crazy experience, but what's like maybe one of the most crazy experiences that sticks out in your mind from back when maybe you first started off, 10, 12 years ago?
A couple of good ones. As far as places not necessarily in Harrison County or local, we've been to Waverly. It's kind of the granddaddy of...
See, I've never been there.
Of hauntings.
I heard it's crazy. I've been to the outside of it, and I have a crazy little story about driving to the outside of it, but I've never been in it.
It was... Personally, I think it was a little overhyped, at least from my experience.
Mm-hmm.
But it was cool. Big, creepy, scary, crazy building. But yeah, it was all right.
It's got the aura around, especially when you see it from the highway coming in, and you're like,
creepy.
whoa, what's that?
One of the more notable ones, just because I guess rarity factor, us, another group from Kentucky called Northern Kentucky Paranormal and Ghost Adventures.
Shout out!
We were the only ones that ever got to investigate a place in Maysville called Phillips Folly. So,
Phillips what?
Phillips Folly.
What is that? Where's that at?
It was a house that's like one of the last legs of the Underground Railroad.
Wow.
So there was a lot of slavery.
Yeah, where Maysville, if you guys are familiar with it, it runs right next to the Ohio River.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of people don't even know that the river's that close, and you can get right to Ohio from Maysville.
So this house, literally, they had a ton on. If they got through there, they were free. So it was there was a lot of audio and stuff, several photos, and
well, that's neat.
It was a cool place.
I've never heard of it. I'll have to look that one up. Do you have any did you keep logs of stuff back then, or was it kind of you were young and I just want to experience it?
I've got records.
Oh, great! Yeah, that's
audio.
cool, man. To dig into some of that.
See, one of the cool. I guess this one's a story time. As far as early crazy events, actually, right down here at the old Cynthiana Cemetery, a crazy moment there. So literally, I just gotten into this. Had maybe my little digital recorder, camera. That was about it. Group of about 5 or 6 of us went over to the graveyard and we're just goofing off, seeing if anything happens. Had some stuff going on, sound like pebbles or acorns or something being thrown at us in the grass, and I just blew it off because there's too many damn people.
Yeah.
So next night, it was just me and one of my old partners, Kylie. She came over and she was like, well, what about me and you go over and see if anything happens? Like, all right. So we go over there. At the northern face of the cemetery, there's a tree line. So we go up to the tree line, get my camera out, my recorder. So, all right, well, we're here. Something's here. Let us know. Do something to let us know for sure. Well, dude, I don't know what the hell this was, but in the top of the trees, it sounded like maybe an 2-inch diameter limb broke, snapped. It wasn't like a little, it was a...
Yeah.
I was like, okay. She starts backing up. I'm standing there still. I was like, all right, well, if that's you, do something else and let me know that's you. It sounded like a 500-pound gorilla or some shit coming down the tree. I shit you not. You can talk to her. I'll bring her.
Would you hightail it or what'd you do?
She took off.
Yeah.
I mean, it literally did.
Like
just started
me.
like. I was like, what the hell? So I started backing up. She's taking off through the cemetery. I was like, all right, I'm going to take that as my cue to get out of here. And when I went to turn, it sounded like it's rushing at me through the brush. So I was like, fuck that. I turned around and hauled that stuff out of there, man.
That's awesome.
I went back the next morning and there's no evidence of anything. So it's early fall. There's a little frost, leaves, nothing disturbed, no footprints, no broken tree limbs, nothing. So I don't know what the hell it was, but
so is that what the Transparent Podcast? When we start doing that, are we going to get a lot of these old stories and you just being up front and us being up front and as honest as possible when it comes to the paranormal investigations that we are part of?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. That's the whole point is pretty much unlike everybody else out there, we're going to try our hardest to be right in your face, like with 360 cams. Plus we're gonna have GoPros strapped on everybody, so you'll be able to see all their hands and what they're doing at all times, and of course static cams on site everywhere. So.
Well, I'm extremely excited to be a part of it. Myself and my wife has been interested in doing something like this for, Lord, 10 years, as long as you've had this started, probably. Since we've known each other, it's both been something that's intrigued us both, so we're both really excited to be a part of this and to be able to share the stories that you have and then create the new stories that we're going to do in future investigations.
Right.
When we come back, we're going to check out something that happened crazy at an investigation that just happened a couple Saturdays back down at the local Ross Opera Theater here in Cynthiana, Kentucky. We're actually going to have a clip of that. We're going to watch that. We're going to take it to a song called Worthless that's off of the Kentucky's Underground Volume 5. If you guys don't know out there, we have just released Volume 7, Volume 8. We came from Earth Comp that just came out. The Ashes of Atlanta CD just dropped. The Techno Heckno EP just dropped. If you guys go out there, check out the merch, get a t-shirt, get a CD, get a comp. This song is called Worthless. We'll be right back with more Nic Nasty.
Special place in hell, but not for you. They'll just stick you with the others. I can only hope you'll be forced to watch the world moving on without you. It's like you never mattered. Just when you think you got your life all figured out, you'll get knocked off your horse
In a world where no musician is playing real instruments, where everyone is streaming invisible movies, we fight back. One podcast, one record label, bringing you physical media.
Let's talk cassette tapes, vinyl, VHS, Laserdisc, Betamax. Let's talk physical, not invisible.
Only at the Splattercast Massacre podcast on SkullFace Records Radio.
I'm Nic Nasty, and you're watching Live with Nic Nasty on SkullFace Records Radio, motherfuckers.
So, man, we're back right here, Travis Franklin. We are now co-captors of the Transparent Podcast, which is going to start next week. The first episode will be dropping. I am super excited because I kind of got the in on what we are going to be talking about on our first episode next week. And we're going to give the folks at home right here on Live with Nic Nasty a little bit of taste. One little sneak peek snippet of something that you guys captured. We have a clip here. This is really interesting. If you guys have been in the Ross Theater, you know, you go through the entranceway, you go past the concession stand, you go into where the theater's at, and then you can walk down towards the front row. It looks like you guys are sitting in the middle around the first, second, third row, correct?
No, she's in the front, yep, sitting right on the corner.
Yeah. So we're going to sit here and we're going to be watching this live right now. This is at the Ross Theater in Cynthiana. So what's going on here?
So Aaron's sitting in the front seat there, and I'm back there up on SLS with this figure popped up, and the K2 meter is in her hand and starts going on.
And it looks like it's teasing her.
And it literally kind of looks like he's got his hand around her, reaching out.
Like she's his date.
Yeah, come here, look at this, Tanner. Yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna let it wrap around and watch it one more time.
Turning it over now, it's like it's hooked.
Like, what is she doing? Because I can't really hear what she said. Because you were there with her, correct?
Yeah.
What was she saying when this was going on?
She did make a comment about, well, she'll say it here in a second, that the lights on the K2 were going haywire.
Was she feeling anything directly herself, though, or was she just picking up some?
Don't recall.
Wow. There is a figure sitting next to her.
Yeah, like I said, it's literally like putting an arm around.
Reaching out,
yeah,
the K2 meter.
Beyond this, how active was it last Saturday or Saturday before last when you guys were there?
Pretty crazy.
Was it unreal?
Pretty crazy. Yeah, we had a lot of.
I had to miss it. It was supposed to be my first one. I would miss it, and it would be like that.
Yeah, it happens. I've investigated there 14, 15 times now, something like that. We've had 3 or 4 nights that it was like just really like active, but that one was probably the worst. That was crazy.
No shit. Well, that's interesting. So you guys want to check it out and figure out and see some of these clips from what happened, the investigation that KPRIS did at the Ross Theater. It's going to be on the first episode next week of the Transparent Podcast. We appreciate everyone that tuned in, everybody that's watching this. Comment, share with your friends, and all that kind of stuff. If you guys want one of these awesome mugs or anything, Travis will probably oblige for a small, some gold. We would trade for gold. Appreciate it coming in, man.
Yeah, no problem.
It's a good show.
It's beginning a new awesome thing.
Yeah,
man.
cheers to the Transparent Podcast. Hopefully we get 100 episodes.
Yeah.
I can't wait till the very first investigation we get to be in. Yeah, man, we appreciate everyone tuning in. We got a couple songs we're going to listen to. We have some, you guys will hear the intro song, the theme song for the Transparent Podcast is written by one of our homies, Ronnie Kenner, and his band INONOMIX. It's a song called 33 Degree Burn, so we're actually going to play that video in full right now, and it's going to be followed up by a kick-ass video from Mad Anthony called Rocket to the Sun. We appreciate everyone tuning in. We've got to see you on the next episode live with Nic Nasty.
See you.